Hello everyone, welcome to OnionSkin and a very warm welcome to all those coming from Draw with Jazza. My name is Colin, I animate with Toon Boom, and this is my channel. You've probably heard of what Jazza and myself are embarking on involving Toon Boom, and I thought it would be good to explain a little bit about what's happening on my end, what you can expect from this channel, and what some of my plans are. So first of all, what is OnionSkin? Well, its more broad goal is everything involving animation. I suppose if you were to compare it to Draw with Jazza, you could say that his channel is more drawing with a bit of animation, and mine is animation with a little bit of drawing. The big focus is, of course, Toon Boom. There's two main series going on at the moment. One is focused towards those who are animating for the first time, and the other is towards those who have experience using Flash, and are interested in seeing what all the fuss is about, but they're finding it a bit, finding Toon Boom a bit weird. So that's the first thing, tutorials on the software, which covers a lot of different things. Toon Boom caters towards animators no matter what their style. If you prefer cutout, tween-based, puppet rigs, frame-by-frame, traditional pen-on-paper, motion graphics, stop-motion, Toon Boom has tools for all of these things. And I believe it's very important to learn the tools with this in mind. And that's because anyone can kind of really Google a feature and figure out how it works. But it's harder to find information on necessarily where and how it should be used. So, you want to be able to figure these things out in context of a project. And that's why if you look at the two main series going so far, they have a recurring theme to them. In the studio one, I've been working with this character I like to call the Domestic Killbot. And in the Migrating from Flash series, there's this Strawberry Budgie, Straw Budgie. That's because by the time these two series conclude, we would have made a thing, a proper cartoon start to finish, implementing all of the tools as we go. So I'm hoping to do different series on all the different approaches that you can do. So for example, there'll be one making an animation from start to finish using cutout puppets, or another one maybe that's fully frame by frame, etc, etc. So we're going to be going into a lot of technique as well, and this is the next thing, because you can know a piece of software like the back of your hand, but that won't necessarily make you a great animator. So I'm going to be treating technique the same way that I would tools in the software, because essentially that's what they are. So things like squash and stretch, anticipation, animating in twos. I'll try and point out when it's a good idea to consider using these things, but I wouldn't really say when you should use them, because there's not really any hard and fast rules to this kind of thing. Otherwise it wouldn't be a creative medium. Because I think great animation isn't always the most complicated or the most impressive looking, but rather making the right decisions. The right decisions for what you're trying to communicate to your audience, what you personally want to get out of it as an animator, and of course things like time, money, the amount of people you have at your disposal to get the thing done. So I'm hoping to get into a lot of animating, intelligently as well as just doing it well. Because maybe you're not someone who wants to pursue this professionally, you probably just want to make something fun in an afternoon to impress your mates with. But if you are passionate about it and you do want to take things to the next level and you're thinking about pursuing film or television or anything like that, that's going to be a huge focus of what I want to try and pull off here. So where do we begin and how can you get involved? Well, I did make a choosing your product video a while ago, but then Toon Boom had to go and turn around and rework their entire business plan and product lines, so that's kind of obsolete now, which is great, but it kind of is great because it means now their product is so refreshed that I can recommend the same thing to absolutely everyone. So on the Toon Boom website, check out Harmony Essentials. This is the base pack and I recommend getting it on the monthly subscription. Because it's wicked cheap, it gives you everything you need to get started. You're not going to get bored with it anytime soon. And as you start to get used to it and we talk about some of the more advanced features that it doesn't have, at that point you can start thinking about upgrading and you can do it at pretty much any point. So that's a bit of an overview, everyone. Thanks for coming to check me out. I'd love to know what you're looking forward to, what you'd like to see come out of this channel. If you've already been using Toon Boom, I'd especially like to know what you've been struggling with and what kind of frustrates you with this program, because I'm going to sort you out. So thanks again for coming by. It's early days, there's a lot of improvements to be done, but hey, I think we're going to have some fun together. That's it for now. Go grab yourself a free trial of Harmony Essentials and show me what you're made of. Bye-bye!